It is time, though, for Virtual Insanity. We had a little bit of a lap of honour earlier in the week. You can do it again, John, because this might get cut separately. So, go for it.
80-1 winners are great. Remember in school, you had greater than and less than. So it's like the arrow that goes that way. So 80-1 winners are greater than NFTs. And you don't need a John Duggan cartoon for me to tell you that 80-1 winners, luckily, which we had last week, are greater than NFTs, because NFTs, I don't know if you could trust them, but you might be able to trust Virtual Insanity in 2022. After the profit last year, we're now 12% profit. Hopefully, we'll keep it going. I really feel that every single week at the moment, I'm going to tip a winner.
Right, well, that's pretty good. That's a good feeling.
Until it starts going wrong, and then you feel in the depths of despair. There's no grey, unfortunately, in this. It's a black and white. It's under the covers. It's Venetian blinds. It's paranoia to the extent of then utter, moonwalking on tables, and that's where we're at.
Owen is supposedly in Wales, but I suspect that he might actually be in Paris living the high life after
the Ritz
last week.
So we're going to go with tomorrow's tournament, which is not the Saudis. We're going to leave the Saudis alone. We're going to go with the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am in California. This is not a great watch now, folks. This is a tournament you might only want to watch on Sunday, because it's 3 days of amateurs playing with pros. It's a lot of business executives and celebrities, and they're not very funny. A lot of them, although Bill Murray is, but a lot of them are not funny. So they play 3 courses in rotation: Spyglass Hill, Monterey Country Club, and then Pebble Beach. They go around 3 courses, and then they play Pebble Beach again for the final round on Sunday. So the event starts 4:30 Irish time tomorrow. Obviously, if you're going to have a punt, don't bet more than you can afford. This is meant to be more of a prediction slot. But our each way terms are 50 odds the first 8 places. Loads of bookmakers going there, so make sure you get 8 places when you're going each way. First selection, okay, we're going to go for Rosie here. So Justin Rose, 4 each way, 28-1, Olympic champion, US Open champion, more importantly, was world number 1 less than 3 years ago, was excellent last week, tee to green at Torrey Pines, nearly got into a playoff, put it in the water on 18, was really happy with his long game, wasn't too happy with his putting. At this tournament, he was 6th in 2016. He was 3rd at the US Open in 2019, so he likes the track. Fiddly track, precision, windy at times. This is right up Justin Rose's alley. I think he's going to come back this year. I think at 28-1, he's a strong fancy for me, the headline tip, Justin Rose. Mito Pereira for 250 each way at 50-1. The Chilean, 3-time winner on the Corn Ferry Tour last year. He knows how to close, like Glengarry Glen Ross. He closes. 7th in strokes gained approach on the PGA Tour. You need good approach shots here. Played well at Torrey Pines last week. Mito Pereira each way at 50-1. Taylor Pendrith, 100-1 for 250 each way. I think this guy's a progressive player. 3 times in a row last year in 3 tournaments, he was 2nd on the Corn Ferry Tour. He smokes it off the tee. He was 16th last week. Pretty good on all the stats. And I like Taylor Pendrith, the Canadian. I do like him at 100-1 for 250 each way. Russell Knox for 2 each way, 66-1, has got an excellent record in this event. 3 top 15s in his last 4 starts, the Scot, and tied for 7th in Hawaii a couple of tournaments ago. Russell Knox could be knocking on the door on Sunday. Matthew Naismith for 150 at 100-1, so 100-1 for Matthew Naismith. 11th and 16th in 2 tries here. So he got the course form. 13th in putting on the Poa Annua surfaces, which you're going to get this week, last week. So Matthew Naismith, 100-1 for 150 each way. Exactly the same price for Scott Stallings, €150 each way at 100-1. Was 3rd in this in 2019. 3 top 15s in this event. Closed with a 65 last week at Torrey Pines. Had a 62 in Bermuda, Scott Stallings. He's been on Instagram driving up the coast. And the final one, forget about odds. Odds are just a bookmaker's opinion. I've seen players win at crazy odds in golf. I'm going to put €1 each way on Nick Watney at 500-1. Nick Watney was 2nd in this back in 2015. He actually missed the cut at Torrey Pines, but he was the best player in the approach shots last week who missed the cut. He's from the area. He's working with Butch Harmon again. He was 2nd in the tournament back in October, so he's not that out of form. And at 500-1, he could be worth €1 each way. So I'm going for a lot here, and you're thinking to yourself, why is this man going for a lot of, is he just trying to get a winner out of this? There's probably 156 golfers in this week. If you do the Grand National, you might have 30 runners, 40 runners. You might back 2 in a Grand National. It's not about winners. It's not about losers. It's about profit at the end of the day. And we saw that last week with Luke List beating the headline tip Wills at a Tour. So I'm not hiding from putting up a few, maybe even up to 7, which will probably be the limit of it if I feel that they're going to come good. So Nick Watney, Scott Stallings, Matthew Naismith, Russell Knox, and then the 3 for bigger stakes, Taylor Pendrith, Mito Pereira, and the headline tip, folks, on Virtual Insanity this week. Rosie English flag out, Justin Rose.
So that's how you work this, John. You have a set stake that you don't go over essentially for the week.
Unless I get a feel. So last week it's generally about 20 quid. And last week I put 34 in because I had a feel for it. This week I put 30 in because I'm playing with house money. I might bring it back a bit if I don't feel confident about it. So that's the general, trying to keep it even. So for the Masters, some people might go, oh, the Masters matters more. It doesn't matter more. What's the difference between, they always say, a winner at Wolves on the all-weather and a winner at Cheltenham? Nothing. So winner of the Masters is no different to winner of the Pebble Beach. And that's the way you need to think. You need to think that, okay, profit is the only thing. Winners and losers are false sense of security. You could have 10 winners all year. And the most important, the other thing as well, as just as important as how much you win or lose, it's how much you put on the stake. The stake is really important. And your staking plan, that can be just as important. So putting 100 quid on the Masters when you put on 15 or 10 or for the rest of the season doesn't make any sense, because it's all about profit, really.
Okay. JD, good stuff.
All right, folks.
Long may the run continue. He's on a hot streak, ladies and gentlemen.